How's everybody doing today? Share my screen and we're gonna get back at it. See my screen. Happy hump day. That's cool, John. Get right. I didn't know they struck down the order. I didn't see that when I read it. That's cool though. But let's see what they were trying to do. Shout out to John. He gave me some additional information I didn't have. So let's get into it. Happy hump day. I'm trying to get it together. Struggle streaming. I don't know what's going on with my restream today. It's struggling and I'm struggling. So shout out to John Gilroy. He let me know that they struck down the order, but let's see what they were trying to do. You see it. San Fran approved lethal robots. I think this is going to happen in the future. So once again, let's read the article and look at a few things and get into it. Once again, if you have any comments, drop them in the chat. What's up, Keep It Techie? Got any comments or tech or cybersecurity? Just drop them in the chat. What's up, casual economist? Yeah, I took a little quick break from work, go live, and go get back at it. Hope everybody's having a good hump day. Holidays are here. So yeah, Christmas is almost here. So time is flying. So you see it. Shout out to me. That's a good thumbnail. See my man. What's up, Black Dove? You see my man at the bottom. That's Arizona, where where a robot was disarming a guy. So San Fran's trying to be at the forefront. Let's see what the article said. This is what it's gonna look like in the future. You got the robot with the tank tracks. That look like 3 guns on there, ain't it? That might be 3, 4 guns on it. So yeah, the robots ain't gonna be playing in the future. So that's crazy. So like I said, somebody said they got to stay on it so quick. But let's go ahead and see what was going on with that. It's crazy. Let me make that a little bigger for me. So you see it, San Francisco police considering let robots use deadly force. So you know if San Francisco's out there checking it out, it's coming. It's coming. Put your thoughts in the chat. What y'all think of that? I think it's crazy. So San Francisco police consider letting robots use deadly force. The San Francisco Police Department submitted a proposal. We're going to look at the proposal that would give robots the ability to use deadly force in dangerous situations. That's right there is a bomb disposable robot right there. So I can understand that he's detonating the bomb. But how you doing, Melissa Jane? Glad you can join us. San Francisco Police Department is proposing a new policy that will give robots the license to kill or delete it, as reported by Mission Local. The draft policy, which outlined the San Francisco Police Department can use military-style weapons. State robots can use deadly force, and options risk of loss of life to members of the public or officers imminent and outweighs any other force options. So if you need to run in there or, it's a super dangerous situation, why not send the robot in there? The robot can make a dangerous decision. But two is I think somebody's remotely controlling a robot, right? The next step is, right, and we're going to talk about that from drones, is if you program the drones to delete somebody, should it be a person or should the artificial intelligence be able to make that decision, right? Well, that's I would say the crazy part about it, right? So once again, let's look at the the new Terminator right there, 3, 4 guns. Let's see. This is the early version of T2. What that facts. I think it's the point five. Keep it techie, like you said, the point five. We ain't got to the. I like when it turned with what was the Terminator 3 when he was turning into liquid. Right, we ain't quite there yet. I got a bucket of salt water for the semiconductor. That probably would work. That probably would work. It's probably waterproof though, obviously. They just ruled today that disputed profile. I saw that. Well, I take that back. Somebody just told me that. I appreciate their engineering cannabis. So, but we know if they try, they discontinue it. But we know they're gonna try again. So let's go over the article. Shout out to engineering cannabis for keeping me up to date. Yep. Salute to KIT. So let's see what they were trying to do. Members of the City Board of Supervisors Rules Committee has been reviewing the new equipment policy for several weeks. The original version of the draft did not include any language surrounding robots' use of deadly force until Aaron Peekins, the Dean of City Board of Supervisors, initially added robots should not be use force against any person, right? So he was trying to get that language put in. Shout out to Engineering Cannabis. It seemed like they got that language put in. However, the SFPD returned the draft with redlining, meaning they took it out, Perkins edition, replacing it with the line that gives robots the authority to delete suspects. Eventually decided to accept the change because that could be the scenario where deployment of lethal force was the only option. The San Fran Rules Committee unanimously approved a version of the draft last week, which will face the Board of Supervisors November 29th. Shout out to Engineering Cannabis said they defeated it. But I think we need this, man. I think we need this rolling up into the SWAT team. You know, we need that extra security. They never stop. It's outlined the equipment policy. Currently has 17 remote piloted robots, but only 12 are functioning. In addition to granting robots the ability to use deadly force, the proposal also authorized them for use in training and simulations, criminal apprehensions, critical incidents, exigent circumstance, executing of a warrant, or doing suspicious device assessment. As bomb, I will put that in there, use those for bombs. While most of the robots listed in the inventory are primarily used for defusing bombs or dealing with hazardous material, a new robotic model has the options of weapon systems, and the department existing F58 has a tool called the PAM disruptor that can load 12-gauge shotgun shells. It's typically used to detonate bombs from a distance. The department Talon can be used modified to hold various weapons. A weapons version of the robot is currently used by the U.S. Army and can equip with grenade launchers, machine guns, or even a .5 caliber anti-material rifle. Wow, let's read that again. The weaponized version is currently used by the United States Army can have a grenade launcher, machine guns, or even a .5 caliber rifle. I think that was this version right here. Boom. Got a little everything on there. So FSD has always had the ability to use lethal force with the risk of loss of life to members of public or officers or imminent, outweighing any other force option. San Francisco Police Department does not have any sort of specific plan in place, as the unusual, dangerous, or spontaneous operations need to deliver deadly force via robot will be rare and exceptional circumstance. The Dallas department used the robot to carry out deadly force for the first time in 2016. It used a bomb disposable robot, the same F5A model used by the San Francisco police, armed with the explosive device to delete a suspect who shot and killed 5 officers and wounded several others. At the time, the Dallas police chief, David Brown, said the department saw no other option but to use the bomb robot and place a device on its extension for to detonate where the suspect was, right? So once again, rare circumstances. Obviously, when we had that last issue where the police didn't want to run up in there to save the kids, right? This probably would have been a nice option to have, right? So there's always pluses and minuses on it, right? But obviously the the citizens of San Francisco wasn't quite ready for it. But I think certain times where there's certain situations, right, and certain people carrying high-powered rifles or militias or different circumstance where this would be a nice option to have, right? Right. A lot of times, suspects and the bad guys, they actually outgunning the good guys, man. They having all kind of Dracos. I think that's what the kids call them. Shout out to the kids with the Dracos, man. 50 clips. Sometimes you need a little more firepower, to your arsenal. And once again, it's just an option. It's not the only option, but um, as an older person, I like to have many options that I could use, right? So if I could roll up with this on a bad guy, right? So once again, it was voted down, so I guess people were definitely uncomfortable. This is them slow walking us into revealing that they have drones that facts for the house. With we are all facts, but we got the drone. I got a picture of that. Hang on, Leonard. I got the drone coming up. It's coming up in about 10 minutes. The drone's coming up in about 10 minutes. Let's see. Engineering cannabis. This robot has been deployed to China with drone tech and it's fully automated. Facts. So you actually got that coming up. The one I got, I didn't get the fully automated, but I got the manned drone where they run it into a tank. So we're gonna get to that. Almost there. So last month they revealed that California Oakland Police Department was also considering letting the shotgun-equipped F5A robots use deadly force. Shortly after the report came out, Oakland PD decided against this. Armed remote vehicles to the department. Meanwhile, a group of robot makers, including Boston Dynamics, signed a pledge not to weaponize their robots this year. Right. So obviously, people are getting nervous, but the way violence seems to be escalating in the United States, and bad guys and militias and gangs, I think this is going to be the next step. So that's the question: is who is not comfortable with this? This is actually going to be remotely controlled by a person, right? This is not fully automated yet, like engineering cannabis. I think this is remotely controlled by somebody. Truth be told, Cali needs something. If not, it's doomed. T1 might not do it. Facts. We need to. Yeah, Cali's crazy, man. So I think they do need something to get there. I think we need another option. Massive dynamics. What do we do? What do we don't do? No, facts. And that's what people got to vote on. Salute to Wayne. Shout out to my man. So, but that's what they were voting on. Let's keep going. We're going to get to the drone. Oh, yep. That's the one I did. It's just another article, just kind of talking about it. This is the one, that picture right there. A man is disarmed by a robot in Arizona. So they use that robot to disarm the guy. So they got him on the hand, his knees. They made him bound himself, but the robot's are remote control. So, so police can now legally deploy droids with legal force. All right. So I think that got rolled back. But it's basically the same article. They also said robots can be used to incapacitate or disorient violence, armed or dangerous suspect who's proposed a risk of loss of life, right? We're going to only use this in certain circumstances, right? So once again, I just thought it was a super hard. It just caught my interest. I know it's a couple days old. Let's see this. This is TikTok talking about it. I'll let that come up. So this is one of the organizations who was definitely against it. Stop Surveillance Technology Oversight Project condemns San Francisco Police Department proposal for lethal force robot. So they were just talking about it. So for the immediate release, it condemns the proposal. Let's see. Today, the Surveillance Technology Oversight Project and New York-based privacy and civil rights groups condemned the San Francisco Police Department. A proposal to use robots with lethal force while responding to incidents, according to reports by The Guardian, has partnered with Remote, a defense firm with robots already in use in the United States Army that can be modified with machine guns and grenade launchers. That grenade launcher keeps throwing me off. Warned that alarming proposal would exacerbate the national crisis of civilians' death at the hands of the police, right? So I think everybody's, not everybody, but a lot of people are alarmed with that. Same flight tech, same flight technology used in facial recognition using these robots, 100% on that. Engineering cannabis, wow. Wow, interesting stuff. Shout out to my man. Man, I can't believe we entered the robot. We there. The Army's already do the first thing applications is already used is in the military, right? So once you get comfortable with it in the military working the bugs out. The next place is gonna go state, local, state police. That technology, because they got armored cars now with police. Commercial fact. So that technology is gonna come down. But once again, there's police out there, not police, organizations out there pushing back. A Stop Surveillance Technology Oversight Project, along with the ACLU, right? Like you said, that is a drastic step from from that, right? But two is maybe we can only use it in hostage situations. Maybe we can only use it in terrorist situations, right? But once again, who frames that to make it that, right? You can always frame it the way you want to frame it, right? But I don't know. Is there no place for this technology at all? Is that what we're saying, or is there a place, right? Because we know the United States is getting more and more dangerous, right? We see people come up with more mass shootings. We see school issues. So once again, is there no place for this technology? So once again, let's look at the. I brought up the proposal. Let me make that a little bigger. I brought up the. This was the proposal police. I highlighted the robot right there. Let's see if I can get that to 200, right? So once again, police statement authorized use of current equipment under Code 7070. The department's limited use of authorized use outlined in a document is subject to requirements and categorization in use police ordinance. On an annual basis, the Board of Supervisors will evaluate the annual report use police. If determined necessary, may vote on whether to renew the associate law enforcement use of equipment. So you see right at the top, unmanned, remotely powered ground vehicle. The remote CF5A is a heavy-duty robot. It has stair climbing ability, an arm capable of lifting up over 85 pounds. It can carry and tow a variety of large tools and accessories that smaller robots platforms cannot. It's a heavy-duty robot, stair climbing. Once again, capable of carrying 65 pounds. Hazmat is hazardous material. It offers multiple communication options, chassis, manipulators for accessories, and quickly release wheel for a rapid width reduction, right? So this was them trying to, I wouldn't say sneak, but say they needed this, I call it the Terminator robot, right? With the 85 pounds, could climb stairs and have a shotgun or a machine gun, right? So that was the request. I'm not going to read all of them, but that was it. Expected robots lifespan was 8 to 10 years. We know technology gets upgraded, right? So we're going to see it. So that, I thought, once again, that was interesting. Try to sleep it in there. Everything is a terrorist situation. That could be. Shout out to Bella. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The technology can be used in certain non-lethal events, but lethal events, too many unknown variables. No, that's true. Look who's programming the robots. It's tainted from the gate. No, yeah, that's true. There's gonna be biases. Shout out to Engineering Cannabis. We knew that facial recognition, I think, was 30% off because they did test it on any person of color. I believe when it came out from the programmers from the Ivy Leagues, they forgot us. They didn't test it on us, right? So you were getting 30% bad advice. So let's see. The remote F5 was, that's what, 267,000. I wonder if that's per robot. I'm sure that's per robot. So there's different dollar amounts. That's what I expect for, robots are really just getting into that mainstream. Like we seen Boston Dynamic over 10 years. Now the robots over there turning flips and dancing and doing the washing machine. I might go find that video of the Boston Dynamics doing a washing machine. They got them out there dancing and delete people, right? So you could do both, or delete people and dance, right? So robots are, like anything progressing, getting much better with time. So let's see. So here was my man was just talking about. I ain't gonna play the audio. They be on it. So this is the deleter drone. It was small, so I just pulled one out. Let's see. So let's quick 5-second commercial. So there it is. So that's the drones taking people out, right? So that's it. The smaller version. They're actually manned. I'm not playing the sound. I'll be getting copyright strikes. It's the big drone right there. You see it? Got his foot on it. Boof. There, my man over there. He got the remote control. Boom. Taking bad guys out, man. That's what you need right there, man. That's how you be taking foreign governments out, right? But like I said, those are the big drones right there. Where you actually, like Engineering Cannabis said, they fully remote plan. They could take stuff out just for artificial intelligence. They do it all themselves, right? So you gotta be careful though, because somebody actually took out of school, I think. So, but we know this is the future. We know it's getting there. We know it's coming. We know we're already using it on the battlefield. We see it right there. You in a bunker just getting taken out, man. We take, so we taking stuff out. Our adversaries got them. All the industrialized world has different drone technologies using in there, right? To figure out the best way to handle people, right? So the question is, what is that going to look like in the future, right? And boom, slow motion, right? So that's the drone, right? The manned drone, and we know there's unmanned drones too, right? So there's all type of robots, right? So let me look up that quick. Now look at the new robots, right? Imagine if you put something on that one, right? You through, right? So in a few years, we probably won't need a military. I'm not gonna say not need a military. Let me take that back. Shout out to John. He was with Engineering Cannabis. Let me know that ordinance got passed and got defeated. So I actually didn't see that yet. I'm a little behind, but these I think, of course, going to be in the future where I believe this is going to be, on the front lines, taking stuff. So I mean, that's unbelievable watching that robot do that, right? And I mean, so that's the future, right? So Boston Dynamics, which was bought by Google, I believe. I think Google bought Boston Dynamics, right? So that's going to be the future version that's going to be running in the buildings, being able to, with facial recognition, shout out Engineering Cannabis. If it gets it wrong, you could actually get deleted, right? If you let it go in fully autonomous. Hopefully, you got somebody that's looking and doing remote control of actually when that happens, right? So, but the future of that, I think this is the dancing robots. Is this the dancing one? Oh wow, that's scary. Yeah, they got them line dancing, right? So that's what's gonna happen when they take over and get everybody. We deploy the next 3 years with up-to-date sensors and fully automated bias tech, and lawyers waiting to file facts, 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 facts. I'm sure they all have some cybersecurity for engineering cannabis. They know they're gonna get sued. They're gonna have cybersecurity. Oh, facts. DARPA always funds that good stuff, Ty. You 100% right, man. Shout out to DARPA. Most stuff like this gets funded by the military. So now he 100% right now. Shout out to DARPA. DARPA did the first internet, really. So no, so shout out to them. So that's a link if anybody want to come up. Like so. But then once again, that's the future. Two is I think the good part about this is that doing all that that dancing is your future CNAs are going to be robots, right? When my mom was in a nursing home, I used to go see her. 40% of the battle was getting people to the bathroom, right? So if you have robots doing basic things, right? We always think of Star Wars and attacking, right? There's a lot of basic functions. I think people are going to be able to stay in their home longer. I think come because military is the first operation coming down to some of the mundane tasks, right? We got the rumba vacuuming and mopping our floors, right? So it's going to keep evolving into more useful and helpful things, right? And two, as technology get more advanced, a lot of times Moore's laws mean what? It gets cheaper too, right? So, um, but once again, this was voted down. We don't need the the T21 getting ready for the Terminator in about 3 or 4 years, right? They voted on the T21, but let's be real, right? The Army's using it. We're using it in battle, right? We're using it in the military, so that's always the guinea pig, right? That's always the first thing before it runs down or into the civilian life, right? So that's the way it always works. So that's the crazy part about it. I wouldn't say crazy. Once again, it's just the natural take on that. Let's see. I'm just gonna look up one more thing. Let's see. Look at this one while it's going. Hope everybody's having a good hump day. Like I said, I'm dragging. I need to take a couple of days off. Is that a robot? I think I. So they showing you underwater. They're showing you building houses. DG. So I guess that's better than Boston Dynamics, right? So this is the future. So I'm. One thing is I'm usually not. Again, I dropped the link. The new problem is becoming better artists and that's one I think I'm going to do that. Well, they showed they trained the AI engineering cannabis. The AI won the art contest, so the guy was kind of upset because he taught it the hues, the pattern. Then the AI started winning art contests. So is that fair? If the AI takes the best part of every artist to come up with the best art, right? So is that a art contest anymore? Engineering cannabis. So that's the question. So that's on my list. Artificial intelligence is always defeated by real stupidity. It's getting better. It gets better. But you're right. Well, in the new Robocop, the weapons factory was offshore in China. We have many undocumented islands of test. All facts with that. No, I agree with that. The military is always doing some. The military industrial complex is undefeated, right? It's always going to be in the forefront. So if you see something kind of working, right, the military is gonna take it to the next level, right? So once again, I think this is the future, right? We just got to figure out how to get it in there, how to make it comfortable, how to get people used with to using it, right? And two is every year it gets a little better and better, right? Apple Tesla rolling out fully. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. You correct. I definitely saw Tesla's rolling, man. So that's going to be interesting in the future. Is if you have a fully automated car, and people don't realize Uber and Lyft, 80% of your ride is the driver's cost. So if you take out the driver, a $20 ride becomes a $2 ride. So if you could go anywhere you want in a day for $5, would you own a car? Right? Or would you just take a subscription out to a car like you do Netflix? Right. So you wouldn't need a car because if you need it, you just summon it like you do Uber. It shows up, take you where you need to go, take you back. Right. So that's going to be the future when it gets that cheap. Robots have me on their list, but I always mess with the ones in the supermarket. I can't wait to see the Apple car. Heard it for years. Yeah, Apple. That's gonna be interesting. Them and Elon Musk getting into it already, so it's gonna be funny. I guess they were blocking Twitter apps, and it cost like 40% of the profits to be inside Apple Marketplace or something. So them and Elon Musk been going at it recently. I can't wait to see up. Oh, facts. That's definitely the future. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think I would as I get older. Probably 5 years ago, I wouldn't, but if I could have a car drive me somewhere, I'm at a point now too. I'm jumping in the back, man. I think I'm good, right? So, okay, we watching the robot get in there. That's pretty good. Once again, Boston Dynamics chewing away. Oh, that's average one time, only 90 minutes. We got to get that battery a little better. We got to get to Elon Musk. So, once again, I'm going to just go over real high level. That was the robot that San Francisco PD was trying to get. It got voted down. A lot of people in the chat wasn't feeling it. They wasn't feeling safe. Right. So that was it. So let's go back to the top. Consider using deadly force on a robot. That's a bomb disposal robot. I think everybody's cool with that. Robot comes in, use a 12-gauge shotgun to detonate the bomb. I think that's what, at this moment in time, I think everybody's cool with that. People are not cool with this. All right. So I think that's what people are comfortable with. This was a man getting disarmed by a robot in Arizona. So I think people cool with that. He just disarmed him. I don't think there was any deadly that the robot could take on a man. It was just doing the dangerous part of making sure he was disarmed. I think people cool with that. People aren't cool with this. This is Terminator. Remember that thing was shooting up everything, right? I don't think we're cool with this. So let's see. That's another one, another article. His permission, once again, it got voted down. That was it. Let's see. Then we got, of course, the Stodge Oversight Project. They were vehemently against the lethal force by the robot, which I think most people were on their side. This was the law enforcement wreck where they were trying to get the robot. Unarmed, remotely piloted, powered ground vehicle. Heavy duty robot can carry or tow up to 85 pounds. Heavy duty shotgun or machine gun arms, right? We saw this. Let's look at the drawing one more time. I think that's kind of where we're at now with the remote control drone. I think this is what people are mostly comfortable with. It'd be interesting if San Francisco got that. With how many other police departments would have followed San Francisco if it would have become successful with their drone? And my answer is a lot of people would have got that. So. Robots with metal detector sensors and object detection to check for weapons and identify hostile situation without weapons. That's acceptable. Up 100 engineering cannabis. I think that's where most people are. Salute to Brother Michael joining us. You're going to have to check us out on the replay. I'm glad to be allowed to see the AI. But yeah, it's going to be because I'm old enough to remember that when there really wasn't networking, man. That's how I remember one of the first networks were Novell Networking, right? I was alive before PCs come in. So Wayne, I'll be 55 this year. So seeing what the next 25 years from my first 50, like you said, is going to be unique. I'm actually going to go down to Texas. I want to see the autonomous trucks driving on the highway. That's one thing I want to see. Then autonomous cars. I might rent a Tesla and just put an autonomous and let it drive on the highway with me in the back. So we're going to see what we're going to do. Man. We're going to do some interesting stuff in 2023 for the channel. Do some interesting stuff for the channel. Go autonomous trucks. We're going to get a Tesla. Let it drive on the highway with me in the back. See what's going on, man. So that's the future. But we see my man talking about, there it is. Boom. A man flied into the vehicle. Boom. Vehicles disarmed. Terrorists deleted. Good guys win, right? That's what we always see in the movies, right? So that's definitely the future. So that's all I had. Something short and sweet. That was just kind of on my mind. Once again, it was defeated, so it didn't pass. And that's one reason I tell people why you should which I need to do more, and I'm not very good at, is that's why you gotta vote. That's why you gotta stay local. That's why you gotta be in your local elections so you can stay on stuff like that and make sure what laws you want passed or what laws you want to down, or and can control your local politics, because that's really where you're most effective at, is in there. And that's one reason why you should vote and be politically activated, because this type of things from a cybersecurity perspective, privacy perspective, policy, like they said, government oversight, right? That's what you need to vote for, and that's what you need to get into, right? Okay, cool. That's all I got. I think I'm gonna get my butt back to work. Everybody have a great hump day. Go check out my if you haven't seen it, North Carolina power got taken out. Obviously it was vandalism, so now they're trying to figure out if it was militia terrorism or nation state terrorism. So go check that out. I did an update, then I did the original one where I was online just talking about that, right? So once again, I thank everybody for coming check me out. Professor Black Ops. Have a great hump day. I'm out. You'll see me on these cyber streets. Come check me out Friday at 5. I'm interviewing a Google security guy. We go back a long way. He's actually in sales. Shout out to Black Heights. He was in sales for another $1 billion company. So we're going to chop it up. So everybody go check it out. I will tell everybody go subscribe to Keep It Techie, but I'm sure you already subscribed because I got most of my subscribers from him. Shout out to him. I'm out, man. Let's see who else. So, shout out to him. I always appreciate it. Shout out to Wayne. I'm out. Got to get back to work, get this bag, man. I'm trying to have a great 2023. 2022 was a little rough on me. Got to make